Hey family, CJ Jamie here. Ooh, that was really bumpy. Ooh, could you feel that? I hope not. Hopefully.
Can you feel
hopefully
it?
It didn't make anyone, motion sickness. So that was a hardcore bump there. CJ Jamie here, Pelaez here with Enter Shaolin, and we decided we were gonna do a little Friday video update because it's been probably too long of a hot minute. Yeah.
Hey, that's a good idea. We can make it a Friday update.
That's not what we're doing?
It is now.
Okay.
What?
What's up,
Hey.
I'm glad to know we are on the same page, brother. All right, so what are we going to talk about?
The birds and the bees and the honey and the trees.
Okay, well, let's talk about the honey. Okay, honey is really good if you have allergies. You should be taking that on a regular basis, especially local raw honey. Look into it. Good stuff.
So what we're going to talk about today is energy. And too bad I don't have no mystical music in the background. So I go, energy's all around us. It's everywhere. It's in your skin. It's on the trees. It's in the air.
Well, it's the reason that you're even watching this video, because if you had no energy, you'd be dead. So.
And even then, your energy goes somewhere.
Right, but your body would just not be.
So there you have it, guys. Hey,
that's it.
Talk to you next week.
So no, let's talk about energy from the standpoint that you want to talk about, because we talk about energy in all kinds of different ways. We talk about it in internal martial arts and whatnot, but today we're going to talk about it from a different standpoint, which is
we're going to talk about how your energy really dictates everything that governs your life. If you're going to do something, if you're not going to do something, if you're happy, if you're sad, if you're if you're overjoyed, if you're depressed. And we see a lot of people come into Enter Shaolin, and they only come in for a little while, and they quit. And then we go look to see if they looked at stuff, and they barely look at anything.
They barely looked at anything. Oh, they didn't even give themselves a chance. It's like sad.
And it makes you go, hey, why'd you quit? Now, for me, there's really one acceptable reason to quit. And that reason is you just don't like it. It's just not for you. You're looking for something else, right?
Right. You're
maybe
like,
you think I got bad breath. It's okay. Whatever your reason is.
They can smell through the video?
Maybe. But it's okay. What's not okay is when you feel that you don't have the money to train, or you feel that you don't have the time to train. Because the reality is, let's just be real for a moment, right? I find it hard to believe that people don't have the money. When I was at my poorest, I still found money to do what I want. Jamie here found money to do what she wanted to do. So
in some insanely crazy situations.
In that case, it comes down to priorities, but how your priorities being created.
Right.
Your priorities are being created by the energy around you.
Right.
And that energy could come from your children. It can come from your spouse. It can come from your friends. It can come from
actually,
anywhere.
I was going to say, it's all affecting you. All the energy around you, depending on who you're around, you're feeling and feeding off their energy. There's this saying that you're the sum, or the average rather, of the people that you hang out with, or that you're around the most. And it's the same thing energetically. So if you're around a lot of people that are just negative and they don't believe in, what you're doing with your life, with martial arts or whatever the case may be, then they're going to bring you down. You could be like the most positive person, and if you start hanging around a bunch of people that are just really, really negative and just really blah, even the most positive person is going to be brought down.
And let's be real. If someone came up to you and said, hey, listen, I'm going to be able to show you how to live forever, but it's going to cost you $3,000 a month so that you can live forever. Deep down inside, would you try to figure out how to find $3,000 a month, so knowing that you're going to live forever if you could? Chances are you might.
Some people don't
just
want to
die.
That long. I was going to say, and then people, they're like, but you want to live to be 150? What? I'll be happy if I just get to 80. I'd be like, but then you go like, how sad is it that they just want to live just that long? You know what I mean? Like that means their energy in their life has not been very good, because if it was, they would be excited at the possibility of getting to experience more of that life. but sadly it's not. So yeah, your energy really does play a factor in your motivation levels. Like if you're sad and you're depressed and stuff like that, you're probably going to notice that it's a little bit harder for you to convince yourself that you need to exercise or eat properly or do your training and stuff like that. Why? Because energetically you are drained. And so you're going to try to talk yourself out of it, even though those are the things that you need the most to get over the hump of the depression and that bad energy. If you did Qigong every day, multiple times a day, ate really good, exercised, trained on a regular basis and stuff like that, worked on your mindset, getting the energy right there too, the more positive energy that you keep adding into your life, then the more that stuff gets blocked out, the bad stuff, and more of the, negative self-talk goes out the window. More of that I can't do this mentality goes out the window. Instead of looking at why you can't do something, you're looking at how can I make it happen. And it all comes down to the energy of what you're choosing in your life and stuff like that. Why do you think there's some people that came from absolutely nothing and then become like a billionaire, right? But then you have people that get handed everything and they can't do anything with that stuff. What is it? It's just a different mindset. It's a different energy of that person that's deciding that regardless of their circumstances, that they are going to go do what they want to do with their lives. So you have to ask yourself, if things keep coming up that are blocking your dream or what you say you really want to do, whose fault is it?
Who is it?
Right. Whose fault is it? And why are you allowing that to happen? Why are you allowing something to continue to block your dream? Now, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I can't control my life. I can't this, drama. There's drama all around me. You just don't understand. What I do know is if you are attracting a lot of drama in your life, there is a reason for that. And you need to go look in the mirror because it's you. Now, I'm not saying that you're starting the drama, but you might be entertaining the drama. You might be the person that wears your heart on your sleeve and you let people walk all over you, so you attract drama to you, like, white on rice, as the saying goes. At the end of the day, there's a reason that you're attracting all that drama. It's because you're allowing it in your life in some way, shape, or form. So the only person that can fix that is you. That's it.
So here, so what are the tools inside Enter Shaolin that can help you? Mm-hmm. Well, in the core training section, there's all kinds of different exercises and stretches and things like that. And then there's numbers.
Yep.
But the reality is, that they're just guidelines, something for you to shoot for. My challenge for you is, before you say, I don't have no time, I can't do nothing, promise me that you'll take 3 minutes, just 3 minutes, 7 days a week.
Just 3 minutes.
To do some form of core training, push-ups, stretches, throwing punches in the air, kicking. Just 3 minutes every day. Now, if you come back...
You're so much nicer than me. I'm like...
Wait, let me finish. If you come back and you say... And you go, I got to quit Enter Shaolin because I don't have time. And all I asked you to do is give me 3 minutes a day. It's not like you don't have time. You don't care about yourself.
Right, you're not a priority.
What you just told me is you don't even love yourself even a little bit. So the whole I don't have time thing, that's just a total, absolute BS thing that you're tricking your own brain into believing.
Everyone makes time for what is important in their lives. If this isn't important to you, then you need to question, why is it not important to you to take care of yourself?
Number 2. Fixed income or not fixed income. We have different membership levels within Enter Shaolin.
For a reason.
We have an affiliate program for people who might need some little bit of extra cha-ching or to help them out, to reward them for sharing Enter Shaolin, which could also be enough to actually pay for a membership.
Or more.
Right.
Depending on how many times you share.
The I don't have any money thing, that's another BS excuse. I hate to say it, like, because I know there's someone watching this going, you don't understand.
No,
you know what? Maybe you don't understand. Maybe you don't understand that I had to drop out of high school. Maybe you don't understand that I had to shovel shit with my life before I could do what I wanted in my life, because I had vision for what I wanted to do with my life, and I wouldn't let things like, well, I can't afford to do this or do that get in my way. Because if I would have let I can't afford something to get in my way, I would never have met CJ, and you would never have seen Enter Shaolin.
Nope.
That's the truth.
Well, and I could say the same thing. If I let my income deter me from moving here to New Jersey or doing any of the stuff I've done in the past, even starting a home business and stuff, we would have never met. And Enter Shaolin wouldn't happen at all, because I could have made the time excuse. I could have made the money excuse. I still could make time and money excuses right now as we're speaking to you about all kinds of different things. So what is the difference between the people that are willing to fight for what they want? It comes down to the energy of them. You know, it's if they're not believing in themselves enough to keep pushing forward and to move past those obstacles, there's always going to be something in your
and
way.
the energy of the people
Always.
they associate with.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is it really a big surprise that CJ, Jamie, and myself have this Enter Shaolin business? We've been working together since around 2009. We've been both studying personal development, both building businesses online, both trying to strive and lift each other up. And we both had our ups and downs and struggles, and we struggle still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But we don't allow these things to. If you guys knew a lot of behind the scenes stuff, you'd be like, wow,
Ooh.
dude, it must be really rough for you guys. And sometimes, yeah, it really is rough for us guys.
It's really rough sometimes.
But we do it anyways. We get up every day. We go to work every day. We think of you guys before we think of ourselves. The struggle is real. So when we hear someone else say, oh, well, I ain't got the money or I ain't got the time.
We just realize that it's just not that important for them.
Yeah, the reality is they should just say, yeah, I don't care much about myself. Because that's really what it is. You might think you do. So then we started thinking about this, right? And it comes back to, where does this come from? If your conscious mind makes a decision to, I want to do this, I like this. And we've had people go, oh my God, this stuff is so great.
Right.
You guys are doing a wonderful job.
Like, I love this. This is amazing.
Can't afford to do this right now.
And then all of a sudden, like a couple weeks later, or sometimes a couple months later, whatever. Oh, I'm just too busy right now. Why are you not willing to prioritize taking care of yourself? The thing is I don't care how busy you are. And here's why. A lot of people are going to probably get upset about this. I'm a single mom. I don't got no help from my daughters or my children's father, because I have a son too. He's not here, but same father. Point being, not around. Does not help out at all. So, and I run a business, and I still have to do all kinds of things to make sure that I can handle my own life and be physically healthy enough, as well as mentally healthy enough to be able to deal with all the different stresses in my life as well. So I get it, the whole I ain't got time thing. And I'm constantly learning new skills to be able to improve Enter Shaolin, work on Enter Shaolin. So there's just all kinds of things. And at the end of the day, there are some weeks that I'm just like, woo, I'm floored, right? Just totally floored. I get it. Like sometimes some weeks just kick your butt. It's going to happen. But the reason I'm able to get back up and get going, even if I fall off the horse for a little bit and I get back up though, the reason why is because it's a priority to me. I have to do this with my life. This is what I'm meant to do. I know what my why is. If I don't do this, trust me, there's so many things I could be doing instead. I know that there's plenty of other things I could do instead to be able to provide for my daughter and myself. There is. But this would not be as meaningful as some of those other ways. It would not have the impact to be able to help other people and to also work on myself, mind, body, and spirit. So I know my why. So that keeps me going when times get tough and when I just want to like break down and cry or like go sit in a corner for a moment or whatever. We all have those moments. Life can be really stressful sometimes, but that's why it's so important that when those things happen, that you have your systems in place to keep it together, to get yourself back in the groove faster. And that's what martial arts does, is what Kung Fu does, is what we do here at Enter Shaolin. If you allow yourself to continue to train and find 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, eventually that turns into 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, 40, 45 minutes a day. And maybe it's not all in one sitting. Maybe it's broken up throughout the day. But like, aren't you worth like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 20, you know, whatever, an hour, aren't you worth that? Isn't it worth having more energy, more clarity, more health, more vibrancy? Isn't it worth like being able to fix your relationships around you because you're just a better version of yourself because you're taking care of your junk? Like, I just don't get why people don't want to take care of themselves. I don't get it. I mean, I understand the struggle because I'm still going through my own personal struggles and stuff like that too. But I don't understand why they're not still willing to keep fighting to make sure they prioritize themselves and are continually moving forward to make their lives better. Because when you do that, you make everyone's life around you better. Even if you don't understand that that's what you're doing, by you choosing to love yourself enough to take care of yourself and change your energy and your vibration, you're going to rub off on other people. And it's just going to be a trickle effect. It might not happen overnight, but it will happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know,
your energy.
It's the weekend. We got work to do. We just really wanted to drop a line real quick and just let you know, like, listen, it's okay to struggle because people struggle. It's okay to be strapped for finances because people are strapped for finances. What's not okay is for you to give up on yourself and make up excuses of why you think you can't do something when the reality is it's either the people around you, it's stinking thinking, it's fear. There's all these other reasons.
The wrong
so
things.
here's my challenge for you. If you're not part of our Slack community, get in our Slack community. You're not on an island by yourself. There's friends out there waiting to connect with you. That's one. 2, are you training at least 3 minutes a day, 7 days a week? I think you can fit that in somewhere. Why aren't you? Why aren't you?
And I'm going to challenge you to say you can at least figure out 15 minutes.
Whoa, come on, man.
Seriously.
I don't want to push them.
Dude, 15 minutes a day is nothing.
Right.
It's nothing, okay? You could do a Qigong session and spend 5 minutes on core training and get a full body workout, plus, you know, energize your body and stuff. Come on, 15 minutes, y'all. 15 minutes. Promise me 15 minutes.
Who's the cooler teacher? I just want 3.
Slacker.
So, honestly, and the last thing I want is love yourself enough to realize that being a part of Enter Shaolin, you really did join a family and a group of people who love you and want the best for you, and we're there to help you in whatever capacity that we can through.
Right, we're not just some business owners. You know, I had a conversation with one of our brothers this past week, and he said, you know, he was scared to talk to me at first, and then he was like, I don't even know why I was scared. Like, you know, it was just, you know, because we're down to earth, we're real people. What you see here, you're down to earth too.
I'm way out there, bro.
All right, well,
out there.
He's in outer space, I'm down to earth, but the point is, you're not alone. We're here for you. You know, there's plenty of members that we've had conversations off the site, you know, as well.
She has. I don't talk to her.
Okay, maybe it's just me. I'm the Care Bear, but what we're saying is you're not alone. You know, whether it's joining Slack, you know, giving us a phone call, shooting us an email, we're here for you. You're not alone in this you know, crazy world and all this stuff that's going on. But just know that, you know, you can shift your energy, you can fix yourself, and you can totally choose to prioritize and love yourself. You just got to shift your mindset and shift your energy. So we'd love to hear from you. Make sure you comment below here, and we'll see you guys sometime soon. Yeah? Maybe. All right. That's it?
That be it.
All right. Get your training on. Take care of yourself.
Do you be beeping at me? I'll get out and I'll be like, bow, 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 bow.
Where does he want you to go? There's people in front of you.
I don't know. All right.
Jersey drivers.
I'm about to get out and put a can of whip. You know what? All right.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.